Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to the Reality Wagon Variety Podcast. My name is Anthony.
My name is Andrew.
My name is Spencer.
My name is Drew.
And we are back again. Maybe this will be the first one that goes up. We still haven't figured it all out. We're recording in batches. As you can tell, we're all wearing the exact same outfit.
I changed. I took my sweatshirt off.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Maybe I should have brought an outfit change for effect.
Yo, what the
but
fuck you doing, buddy?
We're back again doing another snake draft, going through I would classify myself, and I think I'd be described as others by I'd be described as an irritable person. Yeah. Short fuse.
Yes.
I would say I've known you for a little while.
Yeah.
I would say so.
I think things get on my nerves. Things chap my khakis often, grind my gears, if you will. Things pet my peeve.
Yes, they do.
Quite often. And I think it's really just it was just sort of a matter of time before we snake drafted it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Did you ever do this? Because we pretty much have already said we're doing pet peeves. We're doing 4 each.
Yep.
Did you guys ever do that game in high school where there are people I know now I would never play this game with because it's just they can't handle it, but where you
pussies.
No,
They're pussies.
I mean it's just emotionally they'd hold the grudge, but in high school we'd go around and it'd be a drinking game where it's like you'd basically spin a bottle, whoever it lands on, they have to say something. You spin the bottle again, it lands on someone else, and they like say a pet peeve or something to the other person that does that annoys them or something like that. And then you go 1, 2, 3, and you raise your hand. If half the people agree, the person has to take a shot or shotgun a beer.
That ends in fists.
No, dude.
That ends in blood.
Let me tell you. All of my friends were pretty chill other than like when we got newcomers because we all knew each other really well. So we always knew like it was all like, dude, but there are a couple times where like it ended in like fists.
That I know how that game ends.
You got to be
with
comfortable
me.
with everyone in that game.
See, but that was the thing.
That game ends in fists.
See, but that was the thing. I felt
My
super comfortable in
fists.
it because I never felt like anything was personal. It's like, yeah, you're saying something to me or I'm saying something to you, but it was just I don't know. Like I could just never play with anyone. Like a lot of people like up here that I know because just like it just couldn't end well. You know what I mean?
Anyone's the slightest bit sensitive, they're walking away with hard feelings.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
They hold a grudge.
Yeah,
So
it's like all that does is hurt my feelings or get me punched in the face.
yeah,
That's it. That game doesn't bring me and anybody else closer together.
it's so funny because it felt that
it's
way.
not a team building exercise.
Well, that's what it was meant as.
But yeah, so I think maybe we'll give it a shot. But honestly, I think this is going to be a test of our friendship. I think, in maybe this first round, if we can get through this in one piece, I think we're going to be strong. I think we're going to be stronger friends. But yeah, I think we're going to run through some pet peeves of ours. Yeah, all 4 of us are going to draft 4 each in our snake draft order. So going to go 1 through 4, and then 4 is going to have the opportunity to have that first pick in the second round and work their way back forward. We're going to go through and do the rock, paper, scissors again, same way as we did the before to kind of establish our draft order for this one. If we're up for that, does that sound like a plan, fellas?
Let's do it.
All right, fabulous. Ready?
All right,
Rock,
1,
paper,
2,
scissors,
shoot.
Oh, Drew is
Drew
the winner.
just
Okay,
won.
so we go.
Oh yeah.
For second
I'm
place.
2 for 2 now.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right, I'm out. I'm in 4th.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I'm
Okay.
second.
Okay, cool. Drew, what pick do you want?
I'll take first overall. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Okay.
My last.
Also, I
Nice.
don't need you guys to.
I'm trying to
Evolve
think
this too
because with
quickly.
this, I think I'll take third.
Okay.
Spencer,
What are my choices?
It's 2
2
and
or 4.
2 or 4? I'll go 4.
Okay.
All right.
I want
I
that
think-
snake pick.
I think 2's not that bad.
I think because we're doing 4, it's 2. It's pretty smooth. I think that's
2's not that bad. I can get one of those get one of those picks that are gonna get stolen so fast.
there are so many pet peeves that are so common. I'm so afraid they're gonna get taken.
Yeah, there's one that I didn't even have it on my list because I assumed that like I would have probably went for the Spencer pick if I had the option.
Mhm.
I probably would have went for the 4-5 wraparound.
Fair enough.
But I think that I don't have that option. I have the 2 option. I'm just gonna go ahead and take one of the ones that isn't taken. But go ahead, whoever Drew has first pick.
Drew,
All right, the first overall pick. This one's a little specific, but I think everyone can relate. Not leaving a gap between stalls or urinals when they are available.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Fuck that
damn
shit.
it.
that is
Drew.
such a great
What a
one.
good
Isn't that good?
one.
Isn't that good?
That's a great first pick.
I
deserves
don't know
to
how
be
you're,
there.
I don't know how you're gonna type that out.
I'm just
but
gonna say not leaving urinals.
There
I
you
mean,
go. You'll know.
it's the male urinal rule.
Oh
Like,
my
Absolutely.
God,
Yeah.
Drew, what a good pick.
I didn't even have that on my radar. That's
that
I
wasn't even. That
think
was
about that
so
all the time, though.
creative.
that was off the dome.
That one, that wasn't even on. That wasn't on a list. You couldn't. Ooh, that
I
was
could
a
have picked
good
that
one.
last round.
You
Oh.
really could have.
I
And
wish
that's the
I'd
thing is, I'm
saved it.
sitting there going like, oh, he's gonna take like this one or that one, but
that
nope,
one.
nope.
That's
Okay,
rethinking everything.
no,
oh my
yeah,
god.
no. But you
Ugh.
like that was one that you really could have pocketed. You could have had that.
I guess so. I don't know. I thought that was a really common thing,
No, but
but
honestly, that's a really good first
It's a
overall
good
pick.
first overall
That's a
pick.
fabulous
Deserves
first
to be
overall
there.
pick. One of my biggest pet peeves.
Yeah.
Do not stand next to me at the urinal. If there is a group of 3, do not stand in the middle.
No.
Stand
No.
towards the corners.
yes.
And
Pick a corner.
if there's no dividers,
pick a
leave
corner.
ample space.
Yes, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's
We do not need to rub
that's something
thighs.
every guy thinks about every time they walk into a place that has more than 2
Absolutely.
urinals.
Mhm.
It's like
Mhm.
every person thinks it's
Mhm.
amazing.
And at the piss trough, it's at least a 5 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even spend that much time at the piss trough. It's like after I get
mean,
my fill.
They don't have they don't have them around here anymore.
after I get my fill, I just leave.
They used to have them at Fenway
Yeah.
until a couple years ago. But
My pick, and I think this is maybe a de facto first overall pick. I think kind of, and it might be in a draft that didn't have like such, I guess, a creative first overall pick. Is I'm gonna do chewing loudly.
Ugh.
Okay.
Chewing loudly is a big first one for me, and I'm going to be honest. It's not even one that I'm the most enthusiastic about, but it's one that I think is going to garner, I think, a lot of good favor with the folks at home. I think it's one that drives a lot of people kind of batty, a little bit insane, if you will.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of lock that one in for me.
Fair
me
enough.
as my second overall pick. Going with Andrew. pick
Yeah,
number
I
3.
think my first overall one, because everyone can kind of relate to this, unless you're the person doing it, is like if you're at a restaurant and people start penny pinching. Oh my god!
Oh my
Alligator
God, I
arms?
fucking
Dude,
hate that shit.
I remember there was this one time freshman year. I'm out with like a new group of friends. I meet them. It was like first month. We go out to like this dumpling place in Chinatown, and oh my god, people started bringing out what I thought were like a coin purse. Like started counting nickel. They're like,
You're
"Well,
kidding.
I only paid." No, swear to God,
Oh,
they had I think like $10 in various amounts of change,
I didn't know people had coins.
It's just
That's-
like,
it
shut
was a
up,
guy
I'll pay
also,
your fucking bill.
which I was like,
Oh.
and they were like, "Well, I only paid for this, and I'm only leaving a tip of like 15%." I'm like, "Bro, what?" So I just threw down like $40. I'm like, "I'll cover you." Just it's it's
fuck
almost
off.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
So
Just
it's-
fuck off.
There's so much, and like a lot of mine are restaurant centric. Like a lot of my
Yeah.
pet peeves are, and it wasn't
Yeah.
until I sat there and realized that like I just get so anxious in a restaurant about like manners and like not being an asshole and
Yeah.
not pissing people off and like being nice to people and like trying not to be like so rude and not getting spit in my food and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like, yeah, a lot of mine are very centric. That is an excellent pick.
Thank you.
Spencer,
It's me. Wait. Oh yeah.
it's fourth pick. You have the fourth and the fifth pick.
Yeah.
That's right. I hate brake tappers. Oh my god,
That's a good
cannot
one.
stand
Brake
them.
tappers.
That's a good
Okay,
one.
good.
I
That's a good
just
Hold on. Brake tappers?
Yep, in a car.
Yeah.
It driving.
Driving.
Like people that are like
People that
what's
ride-
that
That
called?
brake check you?
Brake check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People that ride their brakes their whole ride. All right. So the point of driving a car when you drive it on the road is for you to not brake as much as possible. And
People
there
are wearing out the brakes.
are people
too.
that sit there with their red lights on the whole fucking ride, and sometimes they do it in the fast lane, and I want to murder
The
them.
fast lane one, I think that should be part of that because the fast lane one is annoying as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Get out of the
people
left
that-
lane.
Yeah, people that sit out there and don't know what the hell's going on
Fucking
Yep.
hate
need a wake
that.
up call.
That's it. Okay.
No.
That's
Sorry.
a good pick.
That is a good pick.
All
Fifth pick.
Another one, and this might only apply to me because I've worked in a customer service setting a lot, but people who, when they talk to customer service people, leave their headphones in. I cannot.
As someone who does that all the
I
time.
do that all the time.
You see, I have these AirPods
Don't
that allow
do
me to
that.
hear.
Don't do
I can
that.
hear
You fucking
my AirPods
No, you
amplify.
can't.
They
They-
can't. They literally, quite literally do.
cannot.
They literally amplify the sound into my ears.
These
I've-
headphones I'm wearing do too, but I would never take advantage
I-
of it because no one would understand.
No,
I've
when I wear them-
spoken to many AirPod people.
They,
Right?
no,
they
no,
can't fucking
no,
hear
no.
me.
The AirPods that I have capture the sound and amplify it
Okay.
into my ears.
So
Yeah.
They
So,
they do it.
maybe
I promise
this-
you they do.
Maybe this magical bullshit works, but I think
This technological innovation, yes.
Maybe this mystic voodoo bullshit works.
I'm pretty sure that most of the people who have caused me to gain this pet peeve don't turn their fucking music off when they talk to me, and I'm trying to like get their stupid order, and then they just don't hear me, and then they pretend it's my fault because they aren't listening, and I fucking hate it.
Fair enough.
Understandable.
Yeah.
God. Don't leave your headphones in when you buy shit. God.
All right. So this one, I think we all know someone who does this, right? Mine is whenever they say something and you go, I don't know what that is, and they go, how do you not know?
It's the Spencer one.
It's the Spencer one. Dude, I live with that. And the only reason is because I've lived with that for 3.5, 4 years. Dude, the worst part is he knows this.
Andrew, you remember when you were talking about that game where you're like, hey, you remember you tell people that honest thing about each other and it never turned into fighting and turned into blows?
He knows this, though. I've told him multiple times.
Yeah.
I do this all the time, for the record.
He did that today.
Dude, I think you've done it in like half the podcasts we've done at least.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
It's on video.
You've done it so much.
We could bring you before a court of law and have you testify.
I'm saying that I do it all the time. I do.
Shut up. Stop lying. You do it all the time.
He does it so much. You knew a skit on a Netflix show.
And
that
it was like it was him to a fucking.
You know the diddly beat. It was like,
yeah.
dude,
So he was on the Colgate Comedy Hour.
The Bo Diddley beat was a good one.
Paul Bufano.
But even
it
if it's
happened to me. He didn't know what gnocchi was.
Well, that's not. I mean, you should probably know what gnocchi is.
No, but here's the thing, though. I've lived 20 years. If I don't know it, I just say, I don't know what it is. And then you're supposed to help me and explain to me what the fuck.
That's a fair point. Just repeating the word and be like, you don't know what is not going to spark it.
You don't know what gnocchi is?
See,
that's what I said.
In that tone, that's not a constructive tone, Spencer.
No, it's not, but he should know what gnocchi is.
We should work on coaching methods.
Spencer, you didn't know common and really well-known actors and singers and actors of literally the 2000s.
But you should know what gnocchi is.
You didn't know who Avril Lavigne was.
Yeah. She has 15 million monthly listeners.
I don't give a fuck about
I think
Avril
I've
Lavigne.
consumed more Avril Lavigne than gnocchi in my life.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever consumed
gnocchi is
gnocchi.
delicious.
Well, you probably haven't because you don't know what it is.
Exactly. But like, whenever
So Andrew's like, I've probably never eaten as much gnocchi as I have listened to Avril Lavigne. It's like, no, of course you haven't. You drafted her in your Canadians list.
Exactly.
And you don't know what gnocchi is.
But the fact of the matter is, like, if I go, I don't know what this is, don't ask me a second time. I obviously don't know. Like, just explain to me what the fuck I'm missing out on.
I'm going to have to find a way. We'll discuss afterwards. I have to find a way to summarize that.
Yeah, I know. That's a lot.
I don't,
People who do that thing when you do that thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a whole lot of, like, dashes and quotation marks.
Just call it the Spencer P.
The Spencer method.
Spencer method.
Just put, you don't know that?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, it might
That's
just be
my
like,
number 2.
oh, you don't know? Blank.
Living under a rock.
Yeah, living.
All right.
My next
This
pick
pick.
is, and I'm actually amazed that it made it here this far, and I'm really, really happy, and I hope that I get my second one on the bounce back. I'm begging that it isn't stolen in the next two on my. I'm thinking about my third round strategy because I really want one. I'm gonna fuck it. I'm taking it. I'm not gonna deliberate any further. Slow walkers.
Fucking on mine.
Basically, the
Slow-
walking version of break tappers.
Slow walkers. I am a very strategic walker. I think I have all of the mental skill to be a legendary NFL running back without any of the, physical ability, the stick-to-itiveness.
Crowd weaving skills, of course.
I have the foresight to see plays developing in front of me.
Yes.
That I would attribute to like a prime Bo Jackson, and I think that my prime is really being wasted in my corporate audit job, because I just have this vision. I can see this stuff formulating around me. I can see this tour group walking, and I can see the
just like
gaps.
Bo.
Maybe they'll put walking in the Olympics.
I would say I can hit the gaps.
Walking is in the Olympics.
I can hit. Speed walking is.
Yeah.
Speed
I
walking.
can.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I can hit the gaps in this Korean tour group like nobody's
Oh,
business.
yes.
They don't know what's going on, but the thing is, it shouldn't be on me. Is that the sidewalks are big enough for at least 2 people to walk on almost every sidewalk, right? And if they are pretty narrow, that's on me. I can do my weaving. That's when it's
Can
on.
hop out
Are
into the
you in here
breakdown
breaking
lane for a
ankles?
second.
Oh, buddy, I'm crossing fools over on the sidewalk every day, and I do like little stutter steps,
Some
stuff like
Allen
that too.
Iverson
Like,
shit.
so when I'm in my zone, right, I'll be walking back from the panetteria, and I've got my baguette and I've got some prosciutto, and I am walking back, and I am feeling fucking good. Brand new Van
The
Buren album just
panetteria,
dropped.
yes.
Brand new Van Buren album just dropped.
Oh, here
I'm
it
listening
goes.
to. Just maybe Medic. Maybe I'll listen to Medic on my walk back. It's not that long of a walk, but it's a long enough walk. It's a sunny day out, but there's a lot of tourists in my neighborhood. I live in a very touristy part of Boston. I'm walking down the sidewalk, and there's a couple of intersections that I have to cross through. A lot of traffic, a lot of people coming through. I am full blown stutter stepping, crossing people over. I am trying to break your great aunt Sally's
Merciless.
ankles. I am trying to cross your grandfather over on the street.
Oh, yes.
And listen,
And then
I'm
you step
I'm
over.
gonna step over his
Yes.
fucking course.
Brutal.
Absolutely. And you know what? The thing is, all that could be solved if you just picked up the fucking pace. That's it.
Listen, I concur with you on this
That's
one
it.
wholeheartedly.
That's where I
Yeah.
drop. That's where I leave it.
Slow walking sucks.
Slow walking does. And in summation, slow walking does suck. Drew, your pick in the second round.
Back to back.
Okay, I am appalled that no one has picked this yet, and I am thrilled to welcome to the team large active group chats.
Oh, good pick.
Yes.
Good pick. That was on my list, a little lower, but on my list. Good pick.
I mute those so fast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just removed myself. I've gotten to a point now. I just straight remove myself.
Well, no, it's like whenever one person doesn't have an iPhone and you can't do that, pisses me off so much. I'm like, stop texting me. Oh my god. Yeah, I've done that quite a bit, and in Snapchat too. Whenever they have that.
So-
especially because they're telling you when people are typing. I don't want to know when people are typing in a group
Yeah, so
chat.
I don't get what Angelo wants to say
Tell-
in 5 seconds.
Tell me when product is delivered.
Exactly.
Yes.
I don't need to see when it's being made.
Also, when it's being made and then they don't actually send
Don't
it,
send it.
So what size would you consider a large group chat?
7 or
Five
more.
people.
5 or more.
I think five.
5 or more?
5 people.
5?
Well, I think a Snapchat group chat is just the annoying one where like 5 people in a Snapchat group chat that is active is go.
It's
Message.
constant. Yes.
I get a
Yeah.
notification every single time.
Yeah, I just mute those.
That fucking blows. I don't want those.
Okay.
The text ones don't bother me so much. I can mute the entire group and come back to it when I want to come back to it. Those ones don't bother me so much. I can
Yeah.
also remove myself. I don't know that many people. Drew, thank you so much for getting an iPhone finally. I don't know that many people that are Android people.
I'm still an Android. I have 2 phones.
Are you an Android person?
He's a Google Pixel fucking
Yeah, I
person.
got a Google Pixel.
I
man.
forgot. Yeah,
I still have my OnePlus.
It's a great phone. It's a great
Still-
deal.
I can't let it go. Some apps are better on Android. Some apps are better on iPhone.
I can't believe you
Best
just
of both worlds.
You just have both phones.
Yeah,
My
I'm a two phone
My
guy.
phone is dope, and I don't care what you say.
I still
That's
love
an-
Androids to death.
It only cost me $250.
They are cheap.
I'm gonna Brennan's FaceTiming me, but we can keep going.
Who's next?
Drew's got his second pick.
Oh, that's
Okay.
right. You're number 1.
All right.
Don't pull your Brendan. I'm podcasting. Don't pull your dick out.
What's going on?
You're so drunk. Yo, can I talk to you later? Happy birthday, by the way.
HBD, bud.
And we have Anthony's brother on the phone,
I'll see you soon. I love you too.
drunkenly saying thank you for whatever and being on the
That
toilet.
sounded pretty heartfelt, honestly.
I love you too.
Honestly, yeah.
All right, bro.
That's a man that did the 6, 12, 18,
I will.
24 diet.
All right. I love
24
you
hour
too, bro.
challenge. I gotta respect the man.
I just wasn't gonna eat.
Bro, I'll
that
talk to you
many
soon.
donuts.
Love you too. Bye.
That was fun.
That was very sweet. It's his
Nice.
birthday today. So
Oh,
he's-
happy
he's
Happy birthday,
birthday.
Brendan.
absolutely trashed.
Makes
Good-
sense.
Good for him.
That's
He's
it.
had
Yeah.
a stressful couple weeks.
Drew,
Yes.
Sorry to
Second one.
hijack that, but I'm glad
Okay.
that he
is
could
this
join.
your final one or your third one?
Third
Okay, yes.
pick. I'm gonna go with
Oh, yeah, that's
saying.
right.
I'm gonna go with saying just kidding or minimalizing something after you say something offensive or
Oh.
insulting.
Dude, that's when you double
That's
down.
a good. That's a good.
Exactly.
That
I
is
double
a
down
good
so hard.
answer.
So I think, and this
Drew is nailing this
I, th-
draft.
I
What a
think
fucking
Drew,
roll.
I think,
Drew
I think
is.
Drew's winning so far,
Yeah.
and I'm hoping that my next pick can help bring me up just even close to him a little bit. Is that the just kidding thing to me, I've always viewed as more of a cop out.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
And not as anything of like oh, I didn't mean it to be offensive or anything. I don't care. I'm a pretty offensive person, but also I don't really care about what I say except for the snoring thing in the first podcast. That I still feel genuinely bad about that. It wasn't that boring, and I don't know what came over me.
Fucking jackass.
The remorse. I hope you find it in your heart to forgive me. If you don't, that's all right too. But the one thing with the just kidding thing is that like people use it as like an eject or like a bail on a joke type thing.
Yeah.
Where like
they want to try something out, and if it doesn't
so
go
like,
well,
like
oh, I didn't mean it.
like a bad joke goes up, and they're
JK.
like oh just kidding, and it's like no, it's just a shitty joke. Just like be funnier.
It's either that.
Have you tried being funny, nerd?
It's also that, and if you're saying something, I don't think I've ever really said just kidding in conversation. I just double down on what I'm saying because
Own
the
it.
thing is, I'm already like neck deep.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
as
already
just
at-
full send.
Can't
You're
get
not gonna
more
get out of
awkward.
it.
No, it can't.
Yeah.
So that's when you just full send because people like I don't know. Just in my experience, if you just keep going, you either get funny or it gets to the point where someone else will just say something else, and you're just like, oh, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
if
that
you
was
get
just-
called out, you have a chance now to make it funny.
yeah, that's all.
If you say just kidding, everyone's gonna hate you.
Also, if someone calls me out, but I have I know I have the support of people around me. Oh my God, it is now my duty to make this person feel either extremely angry or like just totally like flustered by the
Well,
words.
I am
you-
a natural born
You
instigator.
murk people because you're a sociopath and people don't expect
Oh,
that.
Yes.
buddy, I live to antagonize and instigate. It's
Yeah.
my favorite hobby
It's
in the
so
world.
fun.
All I do, and it's not even out of a place of really
This
anger
is why they
or
can't get the
vitriol.
women, Drew.
But I sit there. But I do it out of more amusement for myself, and it's never to really hurt somebody. It's more just to get a rise and make them angry.
You really do it a lot.
And I don't, and I do it a lot, but
A
I
lot.
don't, but I don't do it like to really like. I'm never taking really personal like that. Excuse me, that personal of digs at people.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't do it at close friends.
But but even like people I know like pretty well, but I don't like that much. Or let's say someone I know pretty well, but I'm like feuding with pretty bad. Like I'm not gonna take digs that are super super personal that can't be resolved.
Oh yeah.
My stuff is usually pretty shallow, and I'll take digs at you that I know are kind of superficial.
Or if you know you can trade blows with someone, you know?
I know that they could give it right back to
Because
me.
there's certain people you know where you're like, I can't insult them. I'm gonna feel
If they
bad
can
about
take
it. They're
it-
gonna make me feel bad.
If
and
they
you
can
can't
take
do
it, I'm giving it.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
and I can take it too.
Right.
So give it right back, dude. That is a good. That is yes.
Fuck.
Saying
Thank
just
you.
kidding is a
God
good pick.
damn it.
My next pick is not as, I guess maybe universal and well thought out as that, but I sincerely hate people who stand up on the plane after it lands.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
Oh,
I hate those people
Where are
so
they
much.
going?
it's like you're in the 35th row.
Buddy, we're all getting off this plane. It's like, listen, we're on the ground now. We're on the
Yeah.
ground
And they
now.
can't. They can't fully.
hard part's
they can't
over.
fully stand up.
We're all
either.
getting off this plane, and guess what? We're all gonna go wait for that luggage carousel to come around. And I hope yours is the last. I hope your luggage was left in fucking Albuquerque. I really fucking hope it was, because you know what? We're all getting off this fucking plane, and you're standing behind me. You're in a window seat in aisle 36.
And then-
I am in the
All right,
aisle.
They can't stand
So-
up all the way either.
So
Nope,
I-
you're
they're
standing.
standing
You're
up with their
standing
heads
like you're standing
sideways.
like fucking Quasimodo in the 37th row above the wing and waiting for the platinum plus the JetBlue plus aisle to clear.
I
out.
have to say one thing here. When I
Just like, what's an airplane?
well no.
I have to say one thing here.
So when I get on planes, I have problems. I have pretty long legs, so on planes I am very uncomfortable while I'm sitting in the seat. So a lot of times when I get to the destination, I just want to stand up.
Quit
But
being poor.
when you stand up, you just stand up into a thing that's short.
Yeah, but I just like
Just
your
to
legs.
stretch the legs.
Your legs
I
like
understand-
atrophy. You have to stand
I
up.
do understand the discomfort part of it for sure. And you know what I do is I do get that because I've taken long flights and like international flights and stuff like that. And those are ones where like my knees do lock up and I do enjoy the standing up part a little bit. But the full blown standing up, and you can tell someone's intention people's intentions are completely different.
Right. I
When
just
I'm
kind of
Oh,
like
yeah, if they're
stand
like
up.
doing this
I
and
just-
shit,
standing up to stretch, or like I'll do the thing where like I'm kind of up in a seat and I'll be like sort of leaning up against it,
yeah.
like with probably my ass like in like the back where probably like the middle of my back was,
Mhm.
like leaning up against it, and that's not standing to me. That's just sort of elevating myself.
People
and
who
getting
stand in the
blood flow
aisle.
back
Well,
in my
yeah,
leg.
aisle standards
Standing
are
in the
worst.
aisle, getting the shit out of the overhead containers, but when we are 14 rows from us clearing. Like, you got nothing
Yeah.
to worry about.
I love-
fella.
I-
Sit the fuck down.
I never really take
back to playing
carry-ons.
Candy
I mean,
Crush.
I never take luggage, so I never have to go through the carousel. My favorite thing is taking it off, seeing someone that was doing that, and walking right by him, like out the door, being like, "Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
you're still fucking waiting there for your thing to come
Absolutely.
around."
Still waiting for your lacrosse bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Douchebag.
Like, get the hell
Sit
out of
down.
here. Ugh.
I'm glad I was able to redeem myself. with
really
that. That
solid
was a
one.
good
I
one.
just saw one. It's very specific. I really like that one too.
I was hoping that I was glad I was able to use, because that would have been like a first round pick for me, but I was glad I was able to utilize some of those other ones in there. Andrew, what are we going with?
So mine's kind of like an all-encompassing one that might need some explanation, or maybe not. Being late to something consistently, and also to kind of go off that as well. I'm good enough friends with a lot of people where it's like, if anyone goes, "Hey man, I'm just not feeling like hanging out today," I won't take offense. There's some people I'll text like, "Hey, I'm just not feeling like I want to go out. I want to just sit at home," and be like, "Well, why don't you want to hang out?" And they'll take it personally. I'm like, God, I want to sit at home and relax. You know what I mean? Those two things in my mind go hand in hand, because
Oh, yeah.
being late, then they'll take offense. But I mean, I try not to be late, or I'll try and let them know as much as possible. Like, hey, I'm fucked up. Like, I'll be there in 20 minutes or whatever. But someone's just late consistently drives me up the fucking wall.
So you took mine right after, like that was one that I was deliberating on taking, because I probably should have taken it earliest, because I think it is my genuinely biggest pet peeve.
Yeah.
Is people when they're late to reservations specifically.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I hate it, especially now during COVID, specifically because you need to have at most restaurants and stuff. You haven't been to, like, I don't think you've been to a restaurant since everything shut down.
I did actually. I went to a restaurant on my birthday on Sunday.
Oh, congratulations!
congrats.
Where'd you go?
Smoke shop in Cambridge Barbecue.
Oh, good.
And to go off, when you're a friend of someone, you don't get invited to the. No, I'm just,
No, I was with my family.
no. I was just. I know. I was just fucking about.
The reservation thing is now you have to have like
The whole party.
The whole party has to be there to go, right? To sit down. So like it's like April and March are birthday season. I guess everyone's parents were fucking 9 months before
In
this.
August,
4th of
Yeah.
July,
August
yeah,
and September.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's summer loving, man.
baby making season, I guess.
Summer loving.
That being said, a lot of birthdays, a lot of reservations, and I like planning birthdays and stuff. I like booking reservations for people. I just like alleviating that stress on other people. But in the process, I sort of take on a lot of that stress for other people's birthdays and shit, because like I am the one who feels responsible when other people don't show up or when reservations are late, and I feel bad for the staff of the restaurant when people are late and everything.
Yeah.
So people being like 10, 15 minutes late, like casually late, used to be kind of okay, because we used to be able to sit and they used to be able to show up. And
Yeah. Now you can't.
I can't even sit. And I also, if I'm the only one there, and let's say it's like me and a couple other people, I can't even sit at the bar.
Mm-mm.
So I can't sit at the
Right.
bar and drink by myself, which I already hated, right? I hated doing it, but at least it was a nice
It was-
consolation. It was something for me to pass the time.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't do anything. I have to stand outside like a schmuck, like some jamoke on the sidewalk. When I have a reservation for me to be warm inside with all of my friends having a jolly old time celebrating the birth and the 9-month, the post 9-month having
The
fucked up
post
their
nut.
parents.
The
Yes.
post 9-month nut. Yes.
That's something. Yeah. I've started since quarantine started. I've started trying to show up to things like 20 minutes early. Like when we went to dinner with friends like a few weeks back, I was sitting
You
by.
were you were. I was nervous because a few times you had been like asleep when I called you.
Yeah, but that's just
No, but you're just you take naps.
Yeah.
I appreciate
I have
that
I have
self-care.
recently stopped taking as many naps,
Good.
so I'm trying to correct. But that was my sleep schedule fucked up.
When
But
we
yeah,
were walking up to that reservation, I was debating. I think
I was there 25 minutes early.
Did I call you or you called me? I think I called you.
You
and I was
called
like-
me, but I was already right there.
No, but I had called you and I was like, hey, are you there? And you were like, yeah, I'm already here. Like I'm like 2 minutes away. And I was like, awesome.
Dude,
awesome.
I
I'm
literally
3
was-
minutes away. I love that.
I tried to go into the brewery that's right next to the water
yeah,
night and
night shift.
and they were closed. I'm like, closed? What the
Night shift's
fuck?
weird. Their hours are stupid.
But yeah, I've started showing up for things like 30 minutes early and then just fucking about. Because I'm like, I can't deal with all that
if
stress.
I can walk around and just get like
And
acclimated.
because I drive, because you were walking, I had to drive somewhere, so I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, it works out.
All right.
That was a good pick.
Thank you, Spencer. You've got the second
Yes.
back-to-back.
I've got this.
These are your last 2 picks, by the way.
Yeah, make them count.
I'm
bitch.
aware of that.
He's also only got 5 on his phone, so
yeah.
you get to use all of them.
Well, here's the thing. I realized after I wrote down things that some of the things I wrote were just kind of like things and not pet peeves. But anyways, I got a couple.
Just a grocery
What
list.
the fuck?
So-
just says eggs.
Garlic. Yeah, what the fuck?
What I really hate is people that don't leash their dogs that need to be leashed.
Ooh,
Good one.
That's a good one.
That's a
Good one.
really good one because that's very.
That's
Yes.
quite literally
All
a
right.
pet peeve.
This is one that has been coming up for me in the past couple of weeks because I've been trying to get out hiking more, and a lot of people when they bring their dogs to these parks, they like don't leash them. Which if your dog is well trained, like I love dogs, I'm a big dog person,
Love dogs.
but like if your dog is well trained and they can be off leash and they can answer your call and don't fuck with people, that's fine. But like last week I was walking down a trail and a dog literally just like ran up in front of me and just started barking at me. It's like if your dog isn't well trained enough to be off leash, keep it on a leash. It's safer for the dog, it's better for the dog, and it's better for you because it's not gonna bite anybody. I hate it when people think their dog is better trained than it is. It's like not all dogs are well trained. My dog back home is not well trained.
My dog is the worst. My
she
dog
can-
is quite literally the worst.
My
dog
dog
in
is
the
not
world.
well trained.
She's
like
no,
14
she's
mine
not
isn't
well
either.
trained.
No,
But
my dog stinks.
she's my favorite. She's awesome. She's not well trained, but you go for a walk, you keep her on a leash. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Stop being a fucking idiot.
Your dog's not special. Fuck your dog. Not your
Scar-
dog, but the figurative you.
Yeah,
I do like that. That was a good one.
That is a good one.
No, leash.
And number 4.
Oh boy. All right, what do I got here?
I don't know. You're looking at your phone.
You can, if you want to pass off your pick, you can do that.
Nah. I'm making my pick. All right.
Okay.
One of my pet peeves, and I think this is a pet peeve, is this big sort of movement in the United States of like fake fancy.
Almost hit the kill switch on that one. Big social movement.
Got his mic. These people think they can. No, Spencer, no.
I almost had to scrap this whole fucking thing.
At the same time, both grabbing our collars.
just-
was hilarious. That's fucking. Oh my god.
What did you think I was gonna say?
It's not important. It was just so funny.
I'm not racist. God.
Let's just go.
Just go.
So what's the movement you hate in the United States?
Fake fancy. Fake fancy.
What is fake? How would you?
I know exactly
I
what
know
he's
what
talking
it is.
about.
I want you to describe it. How would you?
You agree with me?
Yeah.
Yes,
but
but
I want you to
describe it
for those
first.
who don't know.
describe
Yes.
it.
Just like,
Thank you, Drew.
like Starbucks, Chipotle, stuff like that.
That's a little different what I was thinking.
So you mean like
Just-
putting on airs type?
Just like things that market themselves as like upmarket and cool and like expensive, and it's really shit. Like Starbucks. Starbucks is the biggest example. Starbucks coffee is
So
awful.
would you say like consumerism, like consumer
it's not
culture?
consumerism? It's just like
Are you trying to say like when people pit one thing against each other?
no.
Like,
It's just like when companies that sell like cheap garbage and like market it up as like expensive stuff and sell it for like very high prices, like Starbucks.
I can see what you're saying.
Yeah,
You know,
I kind of get what he's saying
I
now.
know.
I had a different idea in my head.
I did too.
So-
I was thinking more along the lines of and when you meant like fake fancy, my mind instantly went to like the sort of like whatever Vineyard Vines culture around here for whatever reason, and I was like, oh, because those people are like probably grew
Well,
up the
that-
same-ish way that I did, but they
that's-
dress very differently.
That's
than I
another
do.
part of it because like a lot of those like uppity designers like Gucci and Vineyard Vines and stuff, all their crap's made in China. And they charge, hundreds and hundreds of dollars for like a t-shirt.
So are we lumping in hype beasts in this?
So
yeah,
so
Hypebeast-
what I was thinking.
Hypebeast is definitely a part
So
of fake.
whatever
Okay,
I was
okay.
thinking
You would
was
say
because
fashion culture.
It's not just fashion culture; it's all over the place. There's a lot of.
All right, I'm trying to figure out how to put this
So,
on a graphic.
So I think
I want you to give me the tagline.
It's
Give
just
give me
fake-
give me
it's-
the.
It's just like charging a lot of money for stuff that is shit.
wannabe yuppies. I don't know, some shit like that.
Yeah, and it's-
The one I was thinking of was like I always have a friend who's a really dear friend of mine. from Texas, and every like post they do on Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, it's always something that has to be like classed up or whatever. You know, like, pouring
people,
like whiskey in
on a front.
Yeah, put it on a front. But I'm like, I know you personally, and I know you're nothing like this. Or like they'll be like, oh yeah, like I got all these nice expensive plants and stuff, and like just like trying to kind of seem more posh and more well put together.
They're trying to project
It's
an
not-
image that
isn't there. Like it's like when the
That's
the
not
early
really what
days-
I mean.
No, I know. I was just playing my idea of
yeah,
it. It's like the early days of Instagram when you had those people who rent or leased cars for a day, and they're like,
Yeah.
"This is my
Yeah.
Porsche."
Oh, yeah.
Look at my McLaren.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You got an hour.
But like Starbucks is the prime example.
Yeah.
Like
I
get what you're
I put
saying.
expensive stuff that's actually garbage.
right, like
I agree with that.
That's
Like,
a fine. That's a fine. I think.
like
I think most people can agree with that.
Starbucks. Most
I
people
hate
like
when my expensive
Starbucks.
stuff is garbage.
I think
Most
it's
people
I think
like
it's
Starbucks
flaunting
when you get all that
expensive stuff.
sugary nonsense in your coffee. All right,
Yeah.
good coffee does not need sugar and it does not need milk.
Preach, baby, preach.
Starbucks does because it's terrible.
I do like milk.
All right.
Andrew.
Okay.
Your fourth and final pick.
This
in
one's such a tough one because I feel like I have so many honorable mentions I want to bring up.
I think
but-
we'll have time to bring up the honorable mentions
yeah.
at the end.
I think my fourth one will be. I'm just gonna generalize this, but people who can't listen as much as they talk, which is ironic because we have a podcast.
Oh,
But-
dude, listen. If you think I'm actually listening,
See,
I don't
yeah.
listen. It's
See, I know.
the
But,
headphones are for me to hear myself,
This
not
is
you.
this is the Anthony one.
No, I had a few others for that.
it probably did you have an Anthony one?
I had one for basically like everyone in my friend. Like,
Was it the being late one? I'm usually pretty prompt.
we
no,
already-
no,
we-
the late. I can't remember your time.
I'm like
been late.
I'm not a late person, but I
because we've
thought
had that discussion before, and
I
we're
am-
like,
I
we
am
both
not a
hate
late
it.
We
people.
got a Spencer one. We got an Anthony one. It's chill.
That I wasn't even really an Anthony one.
being cheap at dinner. You son of a bitch.
You
no,
son
I-
of a gun.
That's not you.
I'm not cheap.
Asking me to Venmo you almost a week later. How dare you? But I
Some
thought
some people did not like me asking them to Venmo, asking me to Venmo
some
them.
people don't. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Some people that you wouldn't expect really didn't like me asking for the Venmo back.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Anyway,
me neither.
yeah.
That was
So-
an expensive dinner. That dinner cost me $600.
Oh no, I saw the bill. That's why I was like, here you go.
$600 for Guy Fieri's tequila Kachina.
Yeti.
Yeah,
If I'll make my pet peeve, my next pet peeve, people that correct people's grammar.
So-
It's his name.
If you're gonna correct my grammar,
That's not grammar. That's his name.
I might lump Guy
He says it
Fieri
that way.
into fake
Oh.
fancy. I kind of scoffed a little bit when he told me you were going there.
no, it wasn't that bad.
We had a fun time.
Yeah, it was
We had
good.
tequila flights.
Tequila fights are cool.
I only had one.
yeah,
I didn't even have. I had a shot. That
I
someone
had
offered
a
me.
shot of tequila, and I don't even like tequila. Tequila's pretty good.
No, but that was mine. So people who can't. So this also will be lumped in with if you're telling a story in a group, right? Or someone's telling a story and someone starts talking over them, but they don't get to finish their story. I always try and zone in on the person, like, dude, I am listening
Oh,
to
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Fucking I am. If I'm the only one, like, even if I'm the only one, fucking you say that story to me, because it valid. Because you're basically when someone does it, you're invalidating them as a person, like that
Yeah,
they
it feels
matter.
shitty.
Yeah, exactly. And then I also love like whenever that happens, I'll be like, hey man, like they were talking. You know what I mean? Like
call
what
it
the
out.
fuck? Like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like don't be a cunt. That's what I would say.
Yeah,
with a sharp T.
I do this thing where I have ADD and I almost never finish a story when I start it because I get bored by my own story, but it does really make
Be
me
a better storyteller.
I try.
I'm glad you get bored by by everybody's stories.
Buddy,
and not
I was
just
at
mine.
dinner. It was my sister's birthday a couple weeks ago, and I was at dinner with her, and I was like, I hadn't seen her in a while, and she actually like. It took a while for me to realize that my brother was actually funny.
Mhm.
Like it took me like probably 18 years before I was like, this kid's actually like kind of a little bit funny. And I'm just now realizing that my sister is actually maybe a little bit funny too, because she was actually taking some like pretty good digs at me, and I was like, all
Ooh.
right, calm down, Tori. Like it's your birthday. Like I'm not gonna compliment you that much. And she was saying, and I was talking about a story or whatever, and I started to trail off, and like I had like just got out of COVID. That was like my first day after COVID at the time, and I was like dealing with like a lot of just like fatigue in general, and I was like, yeah, I'm like having trouble finishing my story, and she's like, you never finish a story. He's like, you take fucking forever to finish your shit, like always. And I was like, I mean, I guess so. And she's like, yeah, you fucking suck at storytelling. And I was like, all right,
Jesus
relax.
Christ.
I was like, it's your happy birthday. It's like, can we just enjoy the steakhouse?
So are you like me where you think about it when you're going to sleep that night and you're like, I forgot to finish that story.
Sometimes I
You're
I
much
think-
more
I
of like
think
a
about it
one or
after the
two
time.
liner person. Like
What-
you're not a big like I'm gonna tell you this great story and finish it. You're like a one or two lines.
I hate storytelling because I I'm not good with like rehearsing stuff, and also I don't find myself funny in long form. I think my best quality is probably being like witty. So like, and my best thing is interacting with other people. So like, if I were to like stand up, I could never do stand up ever.
Yeah.
Because stand up isn't my form in that like I need to be I need to bounce stuff off other people. A one-man podcast. You fucking kidding me?
Yeah, no.
No, it'd be abysmal, dude. It'd be horrible. I need to have at least one other person. I need a Spencer that I can just like wail on for like 45 minutes.
Punching bag.
And I
Absolutely.
barely react, which makes it even better.
Absolutely. Yeah, you don't freak out at all. My next pick is, this is one that if anyone's ever met me, and I think I've talked about it on the podcast multiple times, I hate this almost more than anything. And I think this goes even further than a pet peeve into just like a pure hatred. I hate workplace small talk.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hate workplace small talk more than anything. And not even workplace small talk, but just like in general, just the concept of small talk in that, if you, and I'm looking at you, America, if you talk to me about either the weather or the local sports team, know that we are not friends and you have nothing else to talk about. Know that I may reciprocate in the moment and be like, oh yeah, that weather, it sure was happening this afternoon.
It sure happened the same way it happened for me.
Yeah, we have nothing in common. We have nothing to relate about. Know that the weather is so universal and it's so dumb. It is so dumb for anyone to talk about the weather. There is nothing more universal than the weather. There is nothing on earth that everyone goes through in a geographic region. Literally nothing. It is the only thing that all of us have in common right now in the same room is that we experience the same weather at the exact same time. That is it. That's it. Because we all perceive the different societal stuff that's happening different ways, and we all have our different social lives and personal lives that we all
Weather
live
is something
with.
that's always concrete.
The weather never changes for all of us, and if it does change, we all experience the change at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Unless one of us died in a horrible wind accident, I don't want to hear about how bad the wind was today. Also, the local sports team, we can riff on it for a minute or two, but like if we're not like sports friends, then we're not talking about the sports team.
No.
Jeff in HR, we're not talking about the sports team.
Go Sox, bud. Sam Summers with the Sox.
And here I
dude.
thought that was going to be a personal dig at me.
No, I saved.
Yeah,
no, you actually. No,
come
no,
on.
I don't actually think I have a. I'm dead serious. I don't think I have a personal dig. We
I
can go
try
through
to
me.
I try to think of one where it was each person in my life. That's why I was just kind of like, but some of them don't even have pet peeves, which is
No,
weird.
I was gonna say that my one for. Yeah, we'll go. We got one more.
Honorable-
Drew. What do you got?
Drew.
The last pick in the draft, I'm gonna go with, and I
Mr.
gotta feel
Irrelevant.
this out because I don't know if this is a universal thing, but it really drives me up a wall when people play music through phone speakers.
Fucking nailed it.
Yeah, my dad
Fucking
on
nailed it. That's a
fucking
good one.
NET ride.
My parents do
That's a
it. You know,
That's a good one.
I
I think
mean,
I actually have that on here. No, I don't.
So like in public?
Yes.
Yeah.
in public, around me, at all.
Yes. No, I yes.
Because I don't want to hear just the treble of what you're listening to. It sounds awful.
That is where AirPod Pros come in, sponsored by Apple. Dude,
Fuck AirPods.
I lost those in Utah, by the way.
You lost your AirPods?
Oh yeah,
Listen,
Dude, I've never
fuck
lost AirPods.
You
I
don't
have
got
my
AirPods.
backup.
I don't have AirPods.
I lost
Fuck
them, dude.
AirPods.
I
You can
got
get them now,
I
though.
got so trashed at a gay club. I just started dancing. I left my jeans down, and when they
You
picked
should
up
put
my
them in
jeans,
your flesh pocket.
yeah, I should have. When they picked
prison
up my
bullet.
jeans, apparently they fell, and they fell underneath like a wall that they couldn't get under. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
well,
you
they're
should-
gone.
Yeah, you should have bent down nice and deep to go get them.
Yeah, exactly. I was still wearing my romp him.
I believe it.
Yeah.
The biggest
believe
crime
it.
on that thing is the material, not the pattern.
It's a $20 thing I bought on Amazon
That
from
thing is
Wuhan, China.
atrocious.
It's atrocious, but the biggest
that thing is a
problem for
thing
me-
is a real virus.
like
Dude, I was
ridiculous
getting compliments left and right. I wonder
ridiculous-
why.
ridiculous patterns are
went to a gay club wearing a spandex romp and
Listen,
wondering
whatever.
why
It was
not spandex.
ridiculous
you're getting
patterns, whatever.
compliments.
No, it wasn't ridiculous. It
See
wasn't
your
spandex.
mushroom tip.
It wasn't spandex. It was cheap garbage polyester, and the material was disgusting.
I'll tell you what. Whenever the summer opens up, I'll wear it out to a club, and we'll figure out. We'll see how that goes.
the material was disgusting.
That was
Sips downs for easy access.
But yeah, that's our draft. But there's for sure some honorable mentions to go through the rest of this. I think we can kind of go through this in just sort of like a round robin type thing. I have one asking questions during the movie. Hate that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking hate that.
Yep.
I think if we had a 5-round situation going on, that is an absolute one that needed to be on a list. Period. I'm kind of, I'm interested that it wasn't on
Well,
anyone else's
whatever
Just
you
list.
enjoy the mise en scène.
Here's the thing. Oh Jesus, are you saying in the theater for sure? No talking about like at home.
I
How do
actually
you feel about
no.
that?
Listen,
That's a little more
talking
lenient.
in a movie theater doesn't bother me so much because I can isolate. Like I don't care. Like my thing is if I'm sitting here and like watching a movie with a significant other or anything, let's just magical
Somehow at
fairyland.
my apartment.
Let's imagine that there's a woman in my apartment, period, right? And let's imagine that she's
Whoa.
actually watching like a movie with me. Again, we're playing pretend.
We're hoping this summer goes a little bit differently than the last
Whoa.
one.
We're playing pretend here, and then we're also assuming that she's interested in the same things that I am, which is again
Double lol.
Yep. But watching a movie and like if she's watching it and asking me questions the whole time about what the movie is doing and trying to explain. If someone isn't paying attention to the movie, I'm not going to answer questions about the movie.
Yeah.
If you're paying attention to the movie and you're giving it an honest, really valiant effort to try and understand it, and it's a complex movie, I will definitely have a discussion with
That's
you for
fair.
sure.
Yeah, that's very
I would
fair.
pause it and have.
I'll
a
even
discussion.
pause it, yeah.
I'll pause
Dude,
it and
I
have a
fucking hate
discussion.
when I've already seen the movie and I'm like, this is a great movie, let's watch it, and then like they keep asking me like what's gonna happen. I'm like, you'll fucking see in 5
The thing
minutes.
is, with a movie,
yeah,
or
that's the biggest
or
one.
let's say she is paying attention to the movie and I'm also paying attention to the movie and we're both watching it together and she has questions. I likely have those same questions.
Yeah.
It's a movie. We will get the answer.
Yeah.
My favorite is when I
Wait until the end. If you still have the questions, that's when someone dropped the ball. Either the movie or you or me for
Yeah.
not having explained it well enough.
my favorite is when I'm like showing someone a movie like I've already seen it before and they ask me something about what's gonna happen. I'm just like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah. But that was a main one that I thought that someone was gonna take, and it kind of went through all the way.
I can't believe no one took this one. We touched on it a little bit with Spencer's, but people who are rude to servers or customer
I have
service.
that on my list.
Yeah.
That is incorrect because I'm pretty sure all of us have worked in some. Drew, have you worked in some
I
of our
have,
customer?
I have.
So all of
I
us have worked in.
I suppose my headphone thing was just a niche version.
Well,
of that.
the thing is,
Well,
I didn't want
once you took that, I was like, it's too similar.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it was just something more specific
There
where I
was
was
there
like,
were so many that were. I think there could have been an amalgamation.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think if someone was just
Some-
like restaurant etiquette or something, like
it would have been
And
the whole
I'm
thing.
glad someone didn't do that because I think there are those idiosyncrasies across all of them.
Someone tells me to do something that I was already going to do.
Oh, buddy. Like,
Yeah.
I hate when my mom tells me to fucking do my laundry, and it's like, shut up, mom. I'm 24. And I
sure?
live- and I
Man.
I don't even live here anymore.
Well, you might soon enough, right?
I don't know what's going on. I had, and this is something that hasn't happened in a while, but my AirPods broke before Christmas, and I was hoping for a pair of AirPod Pros for Christmas because I had them on my list. So I held off buying them for a while, and then I ended up not getting them, and then I had to buy them on my own right after Christmas anyway.
Sad.
Whatever. A Christmas story.
I know you bought an overrated pair of headphones.
They are fine. Spencer, let me finish my fucking story.
I
Thank
was
you.
gonna say, where does this go to a pet peeve?
It goes to a pet peeve because for a while I had wired headphones, and every time I walked by a doorknob, I ripped those suckers out of my
Oh,
fucking ears.
that's brutal.
And
Okay.
and now, like, I walk by, I'll have like my laptop wire or whatever, and I've just got this like mix of wires all over my desk now because I got like my whole setup and everything. I'm sort of building my setup, and it's an absolute mess. And I rip wires out left and right, and it's one of the easiest ways to frustrate me in about a third of a second is to rip a wire out because that's just how my brain works.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to plug it in again.
No, of
I will
course
sit
not.
here and look at it lie on the ground.
Another one that I had that I think is very specific to high school or middle school is whenever a teacher or even a friend would leave
Homework.
would leave a cursor in the middle of the screen.
Oh,
buddy.
right on the
I do that all
time
the
bar
time.
on YouTube. Oh
yeah. And you're like, just fucking move it a little bit over. It automatically gets rid of it.
Yep.
Yep.
That one was
Um,
awful in my head.
For some reason, nobody understood that.
Yeah. Any other honorable mentions? I have a couple.
Oh,
I
when you
have, Oh, can I go?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Heating up fish in the work
Oh,
microwave.
buddy, that was
Yeah.
on mine too. But I
Yeah.
was just like, I thought that might be a little bit too specific.
It's pretty universal.
But I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
It's just you don't just heat up fish at home, or just don't reheat
Or
fish.
don't. Yeah.
don't
just-
reheat fish.
Be
Just
cold.
don't reheat fish.
or
That's
just-
gross. I'm a chef person in my house.
I'm a chef person in my house.
You cook. You're not a chef.
Well, I realized
chef.
I realized
I'm a vet.
I
I
was-
support the troops.
All right, so I was sending a message on my phone and I just heard reheat fish and I was like, "That's gross. I need to say something."
It's
and I
so
was like,
funny.
"I'm a chef," and then I was like, "Wait, I can't say I'm a
No,
chef
that's
because
so funny.
I'm not a chef."
The
but don't reheat fish. That's disgusting.
I'm a chef. I've been to a restaurant.
Well,
I've
no,
heard
no.
of food.
I cook for myself almost every day of the week, so like,
I'm proud of you, bud.
yeah.
Trust me, we can tell by the pile of fucking dishes in our sink and on the
Can I
stove.
segue? Can
Dishes
I
in
pick
the
that up?
sink.
Yep.
Dishes in the motherfucking
I
sink.
had that on my list.
That is one of my biggest things.
All right, I'm gonna bring up one of my pet
you
peeves.
can't
all right?
you can't scream into the mic,
One of-
dude.
All right, but whatever.
I mean, you
uh,
don't have to whisper into the mic either,
one-
but you cannot scream
One
into
of my
it.
pet
Like,
peeves
that really that hurt
is
my
putting one dish in the dishwasher and turning it on.
I've never done that in my life.
You got to fill the thing up.
now we're just
Are you-
taking shots at each other.
Are you
This
talking to
isn't-
me? I've never once put one plate in the dish.
Oh,
everybody.
I
It's just-
hate it when
you
mommy and daddy
You
fight.
gotta have enough dishes to fill up the dishwasher. It's not worth turning on. Just let
Who-
it build up.
I
for a
also have
couple
met your
days.
parents. No one in your life has ever done that.
My parents definitely do that.
Okay. All right.
Fair enough.
Let's just deep breath.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right. Dope.
I really want to see what your roommates think of all the stuff.
No, my roommates are usually kind of okay. I've had roommates that have been very, very,
Well,
very
that's what I'm
bad.
talking about.
My current roommates are usually pretty good. My stuff will sit in the sink for a little bit. My thing with dishes, my universal philosophy with dishes has always been, and I hate doing dishes, and I hate anything to go into the sink and sit in the sink. As soon as dishes sit in the sink for a little bit, they get fucking disgusting because they get infiltrated with like everybody else's sink shit. If it's my food stuff, it's not that gross to me. If it's other people's food stuff, it's fucking gross. So I do my dishes while I'm waiting for my food to calm down.
To come.
Calm down there.
And
Yeah.
while I'm waiting for my food to cool down is when I do my dishes. And that way I have clean dishes or whatever, or I just rinse them off, throw them in the dishwasher, whatever's going on.
Sometimes you gotta let a dish soak though,
You-
but you cannot forget to come back.
You
to
hardly ever have to let a dish soak like that.
it. Sure you do.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes
If it's a pot.
cheesy
Sometimes like a-
dishes, something where
sometimes like a
stuff's
pot.
caked to
You can
Sometimes
fill it up with
pots.
hot water, get back to it in half an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but a
that's
lot
fine.
of people do not remember to get back to it.
Yeah,
And
no, I mean
here's the
that's
issue.
the thing is you have to get back to it very, very quickly.
Oh yeah,
Right.
As soon as it sits there, I don't want to fucking touch it, even if it's my dish. So I get back to it super fast. I hate when dishes pile up.
So I would believe that it would be different if it were an apartment in which people that live together did not know each other. But like,
What do you mean? My roommates all know each other.
I don't know what you're
roommates,
talking
me and my
about.
roommates are all friends. You and him have known each
Yeah,
other.
we know each other.
And
right?
also me and my roommates are friends. Like, we all know each other.
it's just like, yeah.
Are you saying you're trying to get out of doing dishes in our sink right now because
Also-
we're friends? Is that what you're just saying?
Hey, we're friends.
Also, I'm pretty much the only person that cooks.
Yes, I am also the. Never mind.
What's the other one? I had talking about politics in public. It makes me so uncomfortable.
Depends on the. Oh, do you mean like where other people can hear?
I think if anyone tries to make a political conversation a thing, like in like a pretty public setting, like let's say a group setting, it makes me pretty uncomfortable.
I mean,
I
but
cringe
we've
instantly.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
like, oh.
we've had conversations like that with our other friend Greg before, where like where
Different.
it's just are you talking like if at a restaurant it's fine, but like if they're like being loud
if
and
it was
saying
if
Did
it
go
was
get
us
pizza with me
three
the other day?
having a private conversation in a restaurant, fine. If it was us three in a group of 6 people,
oh, I see what you mean.
trying to make the group conversation a political thing, that makes me pretty uncomfortable. And that ratio is better than some ratios that I've been in where it's like 2 people trying to
Oh.
or one person
Yeah.
trying to dominate a group of 5.
I know
trying
what
to
you're
make it
talking
their
about.
thing.
Yeah,
Someone wants to pitch their hot take to the group.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're not unique.
No.
Like
No.
you're not some intellectual ideologue either. Like you listen to you watched Mad Owl last night and watched Trevor Noah right after. You're not
another pet peeve
you didn't learn anything new.
to go along with that is like when you're on a date and they're like And probing you is fine, or whenever people are just boring on a date.
Oh,
That's where it's just like you try and spice it up. So every time, like I'll just be like, I might just try and ask
People that can't improv.
it can't improv
Yeah.
at all.
I need yes ands.
Yeah, it's a date. Yes, and is the whole fucking
Yes
point.
and.
Yep,
Yes and.
yep.
If I ask a question, I need some sort of reciprocation on the back end. That's not even in a date setting. That's in an everything setting. That's in a podcast setting.
I mean, yeah,
It's like this has taught me how to be a better conversationalist. And
I agree.
Better improviser. Great. Let's end. Great podcast over. Just
Great
hard end.
podcast. Click it off. I agree. But no, I get what you're saying. It's very much. I mean, every conversation I've ever been part of should be yes and.
Yeah,
You know, unless
absolutely.
I'm like I'm just totally checked out. I'm like, all right, let's just yes no this.
Absolutely.
Get me the fuck out of here.
Absolutely. The I think that's everything. Right?
Yeah, that is. We got
Yeah.
through all of our honorable
Yeah.
mentions.
Perfect. All right, great.
What do we think the hidden steal of draft was?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I like.
The urinal one. I wasn't gonna say that, and it's
I actually think the urinal one
I
as
think,
well.
Yeah, I want to say it. Just it's kind
Right
of
off
hard.
the top.
It's kind of hard for it to be like the hidden one
'Cause
and
it's
like
the
the
first
hidden
overall
gem
pick.
because it was the
Nobody-
number
But
one.
did
Nobody
anyone
passed
else?
on
Did you
it.
think of it? I didn't think. Neither of us thinking
I
of it.
was not going to say that in any
Yeah.
universe.
So
It wasn't- it
Drew's 2
wasn't-
for 2 on these. Goddamn.
Drew
That might be
Drew
the hidden
fucking-
gem.
Fuck.
I'm too good.
Yeah,
ripped this draft up, man.
yeah. It's that might be the hidden gem.
I like mine too, but I'm biased.
I mean, I no one's you can't say you're wrong.
Oh, you're definitely not objective.
The but yeah, no, let us know what you think. This graphic is up on our Twitter and on our Instagram. So vote on it. Let us know who you think had the best draft, who you think has the peeviest pets. This is also in podcast form. It's up on iTunes. It's up on Spotify. It's also up on YouTube too. And we're gonna have like nice fancy graphics and stuff, courtesy of yours truly. I'm gonna take my crack at video editing for the first time ever.
Like, subscribe, do your thing.
Yeah, definitely do all that stuff. So yeah, that'd be great. If you could do all that and kind of consume it however you see fit. But yeah, so look forward to more of these. We have some
These are fun.
these are really fun. I like these so much more than fucking reality TV.
Oh god, reality TV
So
sucks.
much
Why do we ever do that?
I want to do it when like Big Brother comes back, but like that's a me thing.
Yeah.
And
You don't
like,
have to do those podcasts.
You don't have to do those ones. I like Big Brother, so I'll do Big Brother ones. But yeah, these are way more fun. So look forward to some funnier ones too, because we got some very, very entertaining ones coming down the pike. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys later.